Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thank you for joining us, but today you are going to go back for a Vergas Show back in time. A little bit of vintage. You're going to just sit back and enjoy. Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm at the home of Bernice Stardick. Thank you, Bernice, for inviting me into your home. Beautiful home on a nice winter day to come visit you. And Bernice is not a lifelong resident of Vergas, but you moved here, you said, in the 60s. You and your husband and family, and you have 3 sons and a daughter. Is that correct? Right. Bernice has been around Vergas as long as I can remember then, and so and so you said you're celebrating. Which birthday are you celebrating now in April?
92.
92. You just impress me, Bernice. You're so active in the church. I see you quilting, and you're always there. You drive down to seniors. You're in your home by yourself. You do very well, and so you've been very blessed, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes, you have. Well, we're here today to talk about, you're 92 years old, but what we're talking about is something every little girl would love to have, and someone brought me onto the fact that you've got this beautiful dollhouse. Bernice, you want to tell me how you obtained this dollhouse?
In 1990, we celebrated 50 years of marriage, and my children gave me this as a gift.
And when they gave this to you, it was just a bare shell, wasn't it? It wasn't painted, it wasn't anything. No. Okay, and so you got the bare shell of this. It, obviously had the shingles. Okay, and you said you even added the bricks. So that okay. And so when you received that as a gift, that had to be really fun. It had to just become excitement right away. Well, you talked about when you were a little girl, you liked playing as far as dollhouses, but you always used like boxes or whatever you had. So, what a little girl's dream come true. Yeah, that's great.
But I forget how old, but I waited a long time.
You waited a very long time to get your first dollhouse. And you said it's taken you probably 10, 15 years to get it to this point. Tell me a little bit about how you went about furnishing it and what some of the thought was.
Well, we looked for special items that were for dollhouses.
Okay.
And so when we would see something that we liked, that we bought it.
Right. Now you said you painted it, it's the same color as your house. I think that's really neat. Now did you try to decorate some of the rooms according to what you have here in your home?
Yes, we did, with one room upstairs. We call it the red room.
With the red carpet?
Yes, and it has paneling, wallpaper, red curtains, twin beds, rocker, and chest of drawers.
And that's just like you have upstairs in your home, isn't it? Now, so you took and you wallpapered each of the rooms. You and your daughter, you said, did most of the work. And you wallpapered each of the rooms. Now, when I noticed the laminate flooring here, that's pretty cool. And the different, like, you'd have like tile here and the carpeting here. The thought that went into this it's just so incredible to me. Tell me a little bit about the spinning wheel that you have here.
Well, I
pulled that out
to have a spinning wheel because I have my grandmother's spinning wheel, which I suppose she was my grandmother.
Right, and so close
150,
if not more, yeah. Oh, that's pretty incredible. So of course you had to have a spinning wheel in there. Tell me, it's all the lights come on. I mean, it's all electric and everything too. How did you?
Well, my daughter had a friend who did the wiring.
Okay, and so you wired it so that the lights come on. Where do you normally keep it, Bernice? I mean, right now when we're filming here, it's right in the middle of your dining room, which is wonderful, so that we're able to get a very good view of it. But where do you normally keep it during?
I keep it on the front porch.
So you have it on your porch, and then when you and your daughter were decorating and stuff, you would just take a room at a time, or?
Well, pretty much.
Pretty much. This is one of my favorite rooms when I was looking at it. I mean, you look in there and it's just like you want to go in and sit down yourself. Tell me a little bit about your thought when you were decorating that room.
Well, we had to have a dining room, of course, so this was big enough so we could have a dining room.
Oh, look at the chandelier.
Yes, and the dishes are in that cabinet.
Oh, so you picked out the dishes there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I mean, okay, now I take a look at this room here. It's even got the towels in the armoire. Mm-hmm. And all the little details. Is that what you find was the most fun, Bernice, was the detail things?
Yes, it was.
And tell me a little bit about the kitchen down here.
Well, I used to bake bread always. Okay. So we have
of course you have to have a loaf of bread.
And cinnamon rolls. I still bake cinnamon rolls.
Yes, you still do, and I expected to see some spritz or krumakaca or something like that.
Never did find that.
You didn't, huh? Oh.
And
I like the little butter churn there too. Did you used to churn butter?
No,
but I know that your husband was he worked with the creamery, didn't he?
And also, I have a cream can because he was in the creamery.
Okay. So all the little touches with this dollhouse, Bernice, is just so impressive to me, from the front porch to, I talked to you a little bit about if you decorated it for Christmas, and you said you'd like to. So that's another new adventure that you can do with that. Bernice, if somebody was out and about and watching this and all of a sudden decided they wanted to come up and have a cup of coffee, you'd love to share this with them, wouldn't you? Yeah, there's so many details on here that we just, we could run a whole hour show on this and not be able to get them all. I noticed there's a little Christmas tree back here.
Yeah.
And so that, I can't even begin to tell you the number of details on here. And so,
another thing, both my daughter and I like to make quilts.
Yes, you are very active quilting. So you had to have a quilting room. Well, of course.
And a couple of sewing machines. Cabinet with all of fabric.
Of course, yes. And then it is just very impressive. And so we don't have time to keep showing today on here, but like I said, I hope people if they're interested at all, they can come and visit with you about it. And hopefully the little girl in you will come out. And wouldn't this be a great project for any of us to do with a granddaughter or just for yourself? I mean, you are a true testament that you're never too old to get a dollhouse. No, that's wonderful. Thank you, Bernice, for joining us today on the Vergas Show. And hopefully this has brought out a little bit of little girl in you, and it's just really great. So you have a good day in Vergas. Thank you, Bernice. Thanks for watching the Vintage Vergas Show. We'll see you next week. You have a good day in Vergas.